فلوي أي شيطان أحليله على أحليله. Here we go. This is different one. يلتف الشيطان. I want to show it from this website because the Muslims, they look like they like this website. You know. Here we go. إن الذي يجامع ولا يسمي يلتف الشيطان على إحليله فيجامع معه. The one who do have sex and he don't say those words, Shaitan will round himself around his penis and he will have sex with him, which means he will have sex with his wife. So this is not my statement. Read with me carefully. I'm zooming in so everybody can see what I'm talking about. إن الذي يجامع ولا يسمي يلتف الشيطان على إحليله فيجامع معه. If you don't do that, Shaitan will round himself around your penis and he will be doing your wife with you. So this is the benefit of having such a prayer. I mean, how in the world you can believe in such a garbage that Shaitan is going to have sex with your wife? Actually, the Muslims believe one of their fiction stories that the wives of Prophet Solomon, because in Islam Solomon is a prophet, the wives of Solomon, all of them been raped by Shaitan, but they did it willingly, which means it's not really rape. Allah allowed Shaitan to take the shape of Sulaiman, and then he slept with all the wives, and then the wives, they noticed that Sulaiman, he changed, he's so good in sex. Before he was not. This guy, the new man who looked like Sulaiman, but they did not know that this is not Sulaiman. Remember, he was so good and he never stopped. So they reported that to the elders and the ministers, and they told them, our husband changed, he don't stop having sex. How that can be? Then the elders, they noticed that there is something fishy then about this person who claimed to be Sulaiman, who took over the kingdom, having sex with the wives, even the wives of the prophet having sex with Shaitan. How you accept that? Because remember, Shaitan, he took the place of Sulaiman for many years, until Sulaiman, he got the ring back. In case you do not know, Sulaiman, he went to the bathroom, and when he went to the bathroom, he gave his ring to his wife, and her name is Jarada. Let me see if I can find it in English first. I can find. Well, maybe it will be hard to find it in English here, but you never know, we might get lucky. Anyway, just to make it simple, when Sulaiman, he went to the bathroom, he don't take the ring of Allah with him, because that is a sign of disrespect. So he gave it to his wife, which he trusts. Her name is Jarada. And then when he was in the bathroom doing poo-poo, Shaitan came, and then you know, he came in the face or the look or the clone of Sulaiman, and he told the wives of Sulaiman, you know, I am Sulaiman, give me the ring. She gave him the ring, he became the king. As simple as that. You can make this movie as a cartoon movie. Wonderful. And then Sulaiman, he lost his kingdom, and he went working as a putter in the port. He carries things for people, and one day a guy, he bought like few fish, and he told him, Sulaiman told him, if I carry the fish for you from the market to your house, what you will give me? The guy, he said, I will give you a fish as a payment. Sulaiman, he carried the fish for him, and went all the way with this guy, where he gave him the fish. Let's see. This is the book of Al-Iman. All right. So in the website of Al-Iman, the book name Al-Kamilu fi Tarikh. Okay, ذكر الملك داود. This is the story in front of us, how he took the ring of Sulaiman, and how this guy blah 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 blah. It's okay. If we read the story in details, you will die from laughing. Okay, let's see. When Sulaiman, sorry, hold on. This is David now. The story here about David. And then if we go down, we will see Sulaiman. And by the way, the Muslims, they make fun of David in the Bible. They say that David, he did send a husband to war, so he will be killed. The Muslims believe in the same story. They see the stupid they are making fun of it. It's in front of us. It says when David he heard uh, about the beauty of the wife of a man, his name Uriah, he wished that she can be his wife. So and it happened that Uriah, he was sent to do jihad, the same story. And then here you will see that David, he said that today my husband, my I'm going to sleep with 99 wives, and the Quran called them goats, and I will make from every woman a child so he can go to jihad. But anyway, we want to go to the story about the ring. Let us see where is the story. Here we go. ذكر غزوة جرادة ونكاحها وعبادة الصنم في داره وأخذ غاتب. Okay, here we go. It's been told that Sulaiman he heard about a king who he's a king of an island of the sea, and then he liked to go there and blah 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 blah, and then the wind carry him. Muslims believe that Sulaiman, he have a flying carpet, and then he came down with his army, and then he killed the king, and he took all the money of that king, and then one of the booties he took, it was a daughter of that king. Nobody saw someone beautiful like her, and then he took her to himself and he invited her to Islam. This is Muhammad. This is David. Sorry, this is Sulaiman, the version copy of the Muslim Sulaiman. He went to an island, he killed the king, he killed his soldiers, he killed everybody, he raped the women, and he take now the daughter of the king and he raped her. And then he told her, you better convert to Islam. And then she became a Muslim, and he became in love with her so much. The story, it's continue. And then one day, let us see what happened. So Shaitaan, he played with his what they call it, the flute, the one that the shepherd they play with, the machine for music. So the Shaitaan, he played with it, and then he made an image like the image of Sulaiman. All right. And they made her dress. Actually, this is about her, the women. Sorry, the story here is different from the one I read in another book. And here they dress her as the clothes of her father. And when Sulaiman, he came out to check in his sex slaves, Jawariha, okay. It's I mean, this stupid story. I don't know what to read, but I'm trying to find okay. This is need really. You know what? I'm going to save this to my bookmark, because this is need long story. However, in this story here, إذا أراد أن يصيب امرأة فيسلمه إليها حتى يتطهر. When Sulaiman, the story here, it says, when Sulaiman, he don't take his ring unless he want to go to the bathroom, or if he want to have sex with the women. So he leave the ring with this woman, and his kingdom was in his ring, which means the power of his kingdom in the ring. And once he enter the bathroom to do poo-poo, and he gave his ring to her, which means his wife. And Shaitaan came to him. His name is Sakhr. Shaitaan name is Sakhr. To translate to you, his name is Peter. The Shaitaan, his name is Peter, because Sakhr Peter means Sahar, the rock. So his name is Sahar, and he is a genie in the image of Sulaiman, and he took the ring. And when Sulaiman he get out to go to his chair, sorry, and he took the ring, and then he went to the chair of Sulaiman, which means he made himself the king. And he is in the image of Sulaiman, which means the Shaitan, he took the image of Sulaiman, and he sat in the chair of Sulaiman. And then all the genies and a human being, they are under his command. Then Sulaiman, he get out, which means he get out of the palace. I mean, this look how silly the story. I mean, if we have now two guys look like Sulaiman, shouldn't the people see that there's two guys now, there's something wrong? No, the real Sulaiman, he get out from the bathroom, he saw what happened, he run away. I mean, this is stupid. He will not scream, he will say, I am the real one, this guy is a shaitan. What's wrong with you? He can say things nobody knows, the wives knows only. So Sulaiman, he got his clothes, he changed his clothes, and he left the palace, and he changed even his look. And no, actually, look what it says. And he found himself, his look changed. Sulaiman, he found that his look changed, which means Shaitan was able to change the look of Sulaiman. This is amazing. Look, Shaitan is Allah. He's the God of the Muslims. Because how Shaitan can change? Okay, Shaitan changed his look, but he can change the look of Sulaiman too. And then he says, my ring, my ring. And she said to him, who are you? Which means the wife. He said, I am Sulaiman. She said, you are a liar. You are not Sulaiman. Sulaiman came and he took the ring already from me. And now he is sitting in his bed. And then Sulaiman, he noticed that he made a mistake. So he went out and he starts saying to children of Israel, I am Sulaiman. I am Sulaiman. And they throw rocks and dust at him, which means they make fun of him. Nobody believe him. Then he went to the seaside, and he started carrying the fish of the fishermen. And every day they pay him as payment 2 fish in return. So this guy, he worked with the fishermen, he carried their fish, and the whole day he worked like a donkey, and the payment is 2 fish. And he sell 1 fish to make bread, and he eat the other one. And it was this case for 40 days, according to the story here now. So 40 days, Shaitan is having sex with the wives. All right. Anyway, you can read more reference in my book. Here the story is getting in more silly details. Let us see. The elders here, they decide. They notice that there's something fishy about the Shaitan who cloned Sulaiman. So the elder, they said, okay, let us enter to his wives and ask them about things, like something wrong he is doing. So they went, and he found that he is doing, like, obviously he is doing something in sex is not right. All right. And then when they said to him that what Sulaiman, the new Sulaiman, is doing, the guy, he said, Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un, which means I seek refuge by Allah from what he is doing. Obviously he is having sex with him like crazy. Anyway, so the story continue, and then Sulaiman, one day he got 2 fish as usual, and one he sold it and he kept the other one. But look what happened. And when Shaitan, he noticed that they notice about him, or they learned about him, that he is a fake Sulaiman, he fly. Shaitan fly. Shaitan can fly. Yeah. From his the palace of Sulaiman. And then he went by the sea, and he threw the ring in the sea. And then a fish swallowed the ring. And then a fisherman fished the fish, which is swallowed the ring. And then Sulaiman, he carried in that day a fish, or he carried the fish as usual. And this guy, he gave him 2 fish. One of them is the one, when he opened it, he found his ring. He opened the fish to eat it. He found his ring inside. So he took his ring and he put it in his finger, and they bowed down to Allah. And then all the genies and mankind start going to serve him, because now he became the king again. I mean, you make fun of the king of the ring, you make fun of the Lord of the ring, whatever you call it. This is the story is taken from here. And this is what the Muslims you know, believe in. This is the same garbage. Here the same, yeah, the same story. Yeah. Uh, Islam is nothing but a collection of stupid legends, and all of this you can find, by the way. Muhammad, he took many stories from the legend of the Jews. The Jews, they have many fiction stories. They tell them to their kids. Sulaiman have a flying carpet. Muhammad, he heard it. He believe it. Sulaiman have a ring. Muhammad, he heard it. He believe it. Sulaiman, he controlled the genie. Sulaiman, he controlled magic. Sulaiman, he have an army of chicken, you know. Sulaiman, he have birds who they are ministers. These are stories for kids. Only donkeys will believe in them. The story in the Quran about Sulaiman, he heard an ant. You can find it. There is a book. It's called The Legend of the Jews. Go and read it. It's for free in the internet. Uh, so all those stories, Muhammad, he took it from the Jews, which is a fiction stories. Only donkeys will believe in it. And Muhammad, he put it in his religion as if it is coming truly from the true God. Let us say another way, Muhammad was a victim of the fiction stories of the Jews, including the punishment of the grave, including many, many things. Uh, anyway.